Have 14 to 25 people living in a space. There's no place for children to be there. No streets, there are little alleys, no trees, nothing. Many of these Palestinian children no longer had a will to live, that they were so dehumanized and so affected by seeing their fathers particularly beaten by Israeli defense forces.
أنا بروح المدرسة كل يوم بسمع الطخ، أنا بخاف من الطخ حتى، بصير راجف لما أشوفه.
أنت بتقدر تسكن هنا، تتدرج لأنه المواقف صعبة هنا، والواحد إذا وقف قاعد هنا عطول بتلمس، قبل ما يضرب الصاروخ بيبقى متلمسين، لأنه كل ما يضرب الصاروخ بتشقق الحيط.
An Israeli lawmaker says it is right to shoot Palestinians pelting settlers' cars, even if they're children. The following images may be disturbing to some of you viewers. Michael Ben Ari told a Knesset session that anyone, even a child, should be shot for endangering a settler's life. Just a few days ago, a settler leader ran over 2 Palestinian kids in Silwan.
لا بنروح بنلعب ولا بنضحك ولا بنتعلم ولا بنحضر برامج أطفال، بس تحت التلفزيون بلاقي كله تشييع جنازات وطخ وموت وحرب دبابات واجتياح. بلاقيش برامج أطفال أتسلى أتعلم منهم، بلاقيش رسوم متحركة ألعب أتفرج علينا أتسلى، كل تشييع جنازات ولا حاملين شيء بطخه.
I'm Dina. I graduated from UCR a few years ago. I have a master's degree in business administration, and I do a little bit of work actually with an NGO with the UN. I'm not an expert at all in the area of Palestinian children or Palestinian suffrage. However, I've been exposed and I know a little bit. Many of my friends, including my best friend, is Palestinian, and I grew up in the Middle East. And I have firsthand actually had a little bit to do with maybe some positive change or reinforcement with what is going on in the Palestinian children's plight. When I was younger, my family actually adopted a child in Palestine, and we sent money to the child for about 10 years growing up, and we saw the child kind of grow up, and from there I kind of learned a little bit of what they have to go through. Now the plight of Palestine and everything that's happening there is something that affects not only the adults but also the children. They have issues with water, with food, with education, with clothes, and with simple security. For example, I know that elementary schools in the Gaza Strip are amongst the most populated schools. And to even burden that plight even more, a lot of the teachers that teach there don't even get paid much, if at all. And so the children are essentially left in the hands of people that volunteer their time just to help teach them. And there aren't a lot of people that do that, because people in Gaza and Palestinians in general need to earn a living to survive. Furthermore, I know that Palestinian children don't have readily access to vaccines, medications, and medicines whenever needed. I mean, if you can imagine, if they have a tough time getting to water, they're going to have an even tougher time getting to medicine. So what I do know is that the children are suffering. They're having a very tough time. And unfortunately, it's not anything to do with them personally or anything that they have done. They're just born into a situation and they have no choice, and that's what they have to end up dealing with.
I thought the video was interesting. I actually was in Palestine for 2 weeks. 3 years ago now, summer of 2008, I was in there. I stayed in Dheisheh refugee camp right outside of Bethlehem. And the place I stayed at was it was called Ibda Cultural Center, and they actually deal with a lot of youth in Palestine. A lot of I'm fully aware of the situation in Palestine, so a lot of those images of things I've seen a lot. I was actually, I think they showed Nablus nightclub and those really small kind of alleyways and stuff like that, so I'm really aware of that. The common perception of Palestinian children is that they all want to be suicide bombers, or they all want to go into armed struggle against Israel, when really I don't feel like that's the case. And a lot of kids I talk to are really engaged in the political process, really interested in, doing positive things in regards to the conflict, and not necessarily, being violent. Hopefully the conflict will end in their generation, if it didn't end in their parents' generation. So I'd say that's my general reaction.